Let's ride!
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Gotta dash! Let's shred, Sharpie! Gotta dash!
Shine down! Ha! Ha! Take them. I have no need. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Starry subscribed to the
The
channel.
world
Meow
remains
meow.
constant over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you! Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TC...
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow alright. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my... There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi. Sure.
Great!
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in...
Why don't you...
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived? Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner? There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros. I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing, and it's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them.
Good...
Let me think. Sounds like you want... Oh, did you know that the Duke was...
Huh?
That's right. The Duke to go from an ordinary inmate to a forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that.
It's just a rumor.
Anything else? Not that I can think of.
Carving waves! Look! There are some people talking over there!
If you ask me...
Hey, speak for...
Oh, you...
I don't...
Hey, how...
What kind of filthy... Listen, things ain't so great. Who wants to live in the...
And what makes you...
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of us?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happened...
Really? Are we that thick?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself?
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good
You're...
I'm Quisto, and this is Lap...
So...
No. You don't get it. Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right! That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day?
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody. Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too. Huh.
Wait a second.
Do you think
After all...
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Come on out!
Cheap trick.
To the ferry! Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Gotta dash.
Cut down.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Off we go! Benny's adventure team, assemble! Adventure time! Off we go! Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Protection of the Electro Arc.
See that he stays
May the
safe.
blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
we go! Adventure time! Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's adventure team, assemble! Oh.
Let's ride! Carving waves! Woo! Let's ride!
Need a surfboard?
And away I go!
Huh? That look in your eyes.
Hey, this is no time to be...
Oh. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. He is a heart. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our... Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just...
His escape route is already flooded, so...
Well, when you put it that way, it...
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. No need to... Honestly, I'm far more...
Collecting information.
Now, let me... And if he's to do that, he'll have...
You can even
We've been working together for a long time. We know each traveler. What say you to meeting... Oh, and there's just one... Though we can just... Fremonets...
What do you want to...
Well, I will... Listen carefully. You'll need... You've mentioned investigate the... But also, there's no need... My...
But that's not a bad thing. All right.
Let's go our separate...
Hey, stay here for now, Punt. There seem to be several...
Right. I feel like we still...
It's not impossible.
So... it's a bit hard to understand them.
Are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomach ache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be... Let me take a look. Please. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please. Don't sense serious damage to your organs. And here? Huh? But... what about here? Oh, I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing to... And there have been other inmates complaining about the... Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low. Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
His stomach ache's really bad.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a...
But it also looks like she's the only medic...
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin...
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to...
that's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss... You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't...
Hey, don't start arguing now! Please, keep it...
Please allow me to...
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just... I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope...
You?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would... I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sijuin should be back soon, and I'm... No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest. Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you... Yellow, huh?
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let... So his primary symptoms are Alright then. Is there anything we should know besides to take them? No, his base constitution is quite good. Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure. Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest. together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super... So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry. He'll recover soon. Ah, you're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miss Sijuin. Let's ride. You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time? No, but you kept mumbling things along the line. Paimon talked with... Whoa! You... Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Vinny! Love it when the weather's like this. Just makes you wanna... doze off for a while. Make my escape. It's really easy to hide in weather like this. There's this ninjutsu technique called Coco Snow. You can pretty much make your... weather's like this, just makes you wanna doze off for a while.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago.
Wait, what?
You already went up infiltrating a... Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the unless...
Let's see if they're...
Okay. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over...
That's the one Lynette...
She would have said her migraine was... Which means...
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings.
Seems quite normal to...
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is that... Could Lynette have tried to get in... Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look. A slip of paper.
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect."
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... the fact that
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Writhsley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some sense into him!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back!
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they wanted to like... Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Being able to Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Writhsley's office.
come out and face...
Aren't we...
What did you do to my
I ran into the young miss...
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have all... Maybe she'll appear...
Is he trying to... You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the... As for Fremine...
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Merib...
You removed our original...
One correction. Lynette...
He's not... What do you...
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so... Eager and to the point, I see. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also...
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing.
You want to see...
Well, I've heard that the bomb...
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the...
Oh.
Was this the extent...
You people really ought... Mr. Linney, you have one last...
Lenny!
Instead of... I gave you a warning. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own. 6...
Wait,
2... 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Listen to the Traveler! If you can't talk to Lenny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't... We often see Miss... I've been told that the Fonta's internal The Fonta promoter The Fonta promoter has... Fonta's internal report... Fonta's internal report, we often see The research notes said... According to Collins... Fonta's internal report... The Fonta promoter had... I've been told that the research notes said...
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for them. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right?
All right, now for my next question. There are also some
I've been told that the We often see The research notes said that the Melusine race We often see Fonta's internal The Fonta promoter has been struggling because... According to Collins... The research notes said... Fonta's internal reports... The Fonta promoter has... According to Collins...
Paimon gets this rule too now! That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about people get scared, but really, it's just about a blood-red drink. It's the company. They came to the fortress of the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only and so...
I acknowledge... Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company.
All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even... You'll...
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one.
It was nothing. Sijuin, though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully...
Sijuin...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come... But if you mean what you just said, then isn't... But I really am... His Grace no... Well, it's nearly time after all. What are you talking...
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just...
Don't be like that.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin.
You...
I believe I hear foot...
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clar...
Freminet.
What's going on? What is Clarin doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquil...
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse.
What did you say?
Please, make some space.
I'll talk to Cloran.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably... Of course. Sorry.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordials?
Please, look after Mr. Freminet for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up... Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did...
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine,
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Freminet? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary. How do you feel?
Traveler. Paimon. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's prime pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Where could Master Child be? Huh. This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? This is where the water starts. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have have to push on.
So...
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande,
You're still too weak from an egg.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe.
a guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of...
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for...
Thank you.
Excuse me!
I take it, Mr.
Of course!
I've been expecting
I wanted to check...
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few...
All right. Thank you for looking out for...
Well, want to...
Of course. But where should I... no.
You managed...
They came here with ulterior motives. Initially, I thought Linny suggested. Of course, I'm also quite...
So you were...
You make it sound like that's a bad... The Forbidden Zone...
Other rumors...
Why would you put it...
Oh, right...
Me, of course. As a champion...
And saving...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due. That's not something... All I need to prove...
But we've already uncovered...
You make it
Yeah,
even if the truth may not be pleasant. Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of... Stand on this...
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't... What a huge door!
There are 3... Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and...
Well, I... Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back. Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on it. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Very reasonable guesses. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more like. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me. Over the past few days.
The concentration of...
And that is precisely the problem. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the indicators are now. If this continues, yeah, you.
But that's just too weird.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a It's just that the secret. There's no single founder of. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals. The criminals received. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. And so, as the number of the Hydro Archon, and with that, but as time went on, once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their after many, many centuries. Now and again.
But now you know every part of that history.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. To be frank, not really. Prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lord...
No need to panic.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as...
The results speak for themselves.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. Good. Edwin's main...
You...
Ah, what a lovely idea.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my...
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient...
If I dated her, I'd have...
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before.
How much do you know about... Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer. He called his nation Lemur.
There's a ship in...
Where there's water, there'll be ships.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. So the moment I began to speculate that the
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on. We're the workers to find out the truth behind this ship. As the fortress's administrator? Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share.
into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to...
Welcome back.
How can you be so...
Huh. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear...
Must have been right.
Yeah, I heard one...
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to...
Yeah, he's...
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my spec...
Yeah. Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy.
All right. Then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was
Ooh, he's good.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Wriothesley is basically the king of... As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
You're super smart.
If Wriothesley... that can't be the full extent of what he's doing. I don't have enough information.
I can't believe it.
Nasi...
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned...
Or perhaps he didn't know.
Yeah, the 2 of you have... If you ever need anything, though you may not share the sentiment...
You have...
Thank you for protecting Lin...
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength.
Aw, the sound of that... Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time. Make my escape.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too, Missy? Huh. You're right.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too.
No problem.
So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Feeling full yet? How's the...
Delicious!
I'm so glad to see you all so happy.
Sijuin?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking.
You're really...
Really?
Oh, and what did you...
Oh, that! Thankfully, Galrand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His grace also sealed the pipes after Galrand, although the path was blocked. Oh, and
You were all super...
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been his grace's style for as long... Oh. Get a good night's rest, you two.
Paimon's super sleepy.
Delicious.
Out of my way! Get what happened? Why? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey! What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey! What? What's wrong with these people? They won't even...
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here, Lavaroon was saying...
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come... Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without him!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. one.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You will do.
Make my escape. Faster! Look! There are a ton of Are you two the Traveler in Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests, Miss Fer...
Of course!
It is my pleasure.
I've already prepared
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get... See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So, I wonder how he's doing nowadays. Oh, against ordinary people, my colleague...
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a Oh.
Because...
And where did he go? The fortress of Meripede lies deep. Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your...
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long...
Hold on.
I suppose this is also a sign of...
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to...
Have we entered...
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right.
Let me guess.
Indeed.
I win it.
Very well. It was.
You made a...
We made...
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for a...
Shouldn't you have gotten...
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea and...
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside...
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the
That was... Anyway, you've still got some unfinished...
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter.
Thank you. I hope everything went smooth.
I must say, Miss Furry,
What are you trying?
at this point, yet, the prophecy's hanging above our... But you?
You're wrong.
I am not alone. Oh, girl.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Eve Fontaine.
Then I ask you...
My...
I see. Allow me to be... Oh.
The...
Then allow me to jog your... And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of
The or...
So you also have no eye... I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly... Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party.
yeah.
Of course I will. Although, I must... Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the You too.
Oh,
You're welcome. Very
well.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler?
Paimon's coming.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the house. Do I look like an irresponsible? That was all. Formal topics should be... I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no int...
They've all been working...
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. By the way, and you can just consider this... You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to...
And that's everything that happened?
Didn't he say...
I...
Forget it. I will be meeting...
Do you require...
No need. I need to meet with Farina, the High...
Oh? You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina. Anything left unguarded is usually... It's just as I guessed in the second before. In fact, this Archon doesn't...
Who are you?
The fear in her pupils is... I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. There's no doubt. I have to...
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please.
News from the fortress.
Probably the handy...
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. Set up a meeting for me. I would... Oh, and I have an additional...
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of... The initiative belongs... You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you. It wouldn't mean it. I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Of course, that is all just how I feel. It is. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? Ultimately, though, you don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly.
Nevertheless,
For now, yes. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply... So as expected, the knave has permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro... You can't...
If by the phrase, you guys, I believe so. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not be so...
Nevertheless, we were just guessing randomly.
You...
There's...
Please, go...
Well, if you are the dragon, then since Fontaine's...
None of the... They say that...
There are 7...
The dragon saw... In any case, given the status quo...
Oh.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office.
Please go right ahead. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
You guys are...
You guys...
and here...
All right.
Hey, it wasn't just...
Something. I was also... Whenever he'd say...
Hey!
These two, they sure are a lot more...
Oh, well, if you say so.
Make my escape. Let's ride!
Traveler! Are you still doing all right?
We're fine.
A few people sustained superficial injury. Of course. How did Miss Sure, I ran into... If you're... Just let me know if you... I'd like to take...
And away I go!
Now guess.
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Looks like you're recovering.
Oh, right.
Whoa, how did she...
She didn't want to stress...
Yeah.
Okay, but...
You meant father?
She said a few things that were...
Her attitude towards you is even... You should believe her.
Father's very...
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
That does...
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah?
Excellent.
For real?
Another implies that you were already served... Well, next time, you're going to have tea...
Off we go. Let's ride! Carving waves!
Courier?
Yeah, I was working on something, so I...
That's no excuse for...
Lurvine!
Hello there. It's been quite...
And you!
Yep.
It can be a...
I mean, the...
Oh, yeah?
You two really...
Not at all!
Do my eyes deceive?
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part.
If that's the case...
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. He came here in a hurry.
He sure sounds super...
Miss Clorand.
Where the gifts...
Nervalette got the milkshake. Clorand received lipstick. And...
those aren't even...
Well, it's Oh, and I have some gifts here.
Are these from...
Nope, they're from you. You've already wrapped up your work.
For real? Then we can...
You may access the cafeteria. Just remember to come...
Carving waves! Off we go. I'm out of here! Can't catch me! Make my escape. We're back in our cell again. We're not... Being free sure feels pretty special. Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true. It's like there are so many bad things in the world, and you're counting Paimon today? Then let's ask Cap. Just our thoughts make. The last time we should be safe now, right? All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Oh, ow!
Phew.
Now for a little... Wait a sec. Today's our big day! We're supposed to
Please, sign here. It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine, thanks.
Let's go ask the Duke. Make my escape. Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you.
Yeah, what was with that earthquake?
Ah, that. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater.
So the fort.
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, Wait, seriously?
Aha!
Yep. It's you two. That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But, oh yeah. Then be sure to come back and
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will ask.
You're not going to.
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries. You must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you. Yeah.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see.
We'll do our best. Well, it seems our work in the. We should. You're going to see Monsieur Nervylette?
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it.
You're right.
Make my escape. And away I go! Faster! New surfboard? Off we go! Let's ride! The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my... Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Hello. In the meantime, please, have a seat.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
All right.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right, and we can...
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your... A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from under...
It turns out that the source of...
The water level?
Fortunately, if the change in water...
Navia should be in Poisson, right?
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
There's no time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Navia should be around here, right? We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look! There's someone on the roof over there!
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
I'm not young anymore.
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened?
Just...
Let's ride! Oh, it's Navia! She's over there! Hey, Navia! Are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As...
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How bad?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up.
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the...
Understood. I'll take over his search.
All right. I'm sorry. Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard the rushing water seemed everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water. Those who reelect the Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible. But there have been... the water that flowed. No one knows if this could happen again. All...
How awful.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Okay. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have every traveler.
Huh? Right now?
Thank you.
Off we go. Carving waves. Let's ride. Off we go. Carving waves.
Need a surfboard?
Off we go.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day...
Right. That's how things are.
Navia? Navia, what's...
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan. They were helping and...
What should we do?
I've known them. I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect...
I can understand. Besides...
See? It's not...
How could Master... Yet the
Buying yourself a...
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Cap.
Hey!
I'm quite serious.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly...
Personally?
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd promised to... I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. I'm so...
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims.
Oh, Benna, so...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. The overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right! Malus.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now...
Oh!
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met. Is Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. As for these... Thank you very much.
Wait.
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia? Usually, I would call this a coincidence. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di... Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. This is nothing to brag about, nor do... As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a... Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness. Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. Don't say that. As Paimon said, I've never liked hearing people put... You're right. I'm sorry for you. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. So, you're one... Of course. That is why I'm going to... By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright!
That is a clever and useful conversation. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth. During some recent investigations, a child, judging by my people I wanted to take... Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such. I'm sure you...
Oh! That somehow makes Paimon feel...
The intel I just...
Got it!
Excuse me, but may I tag... You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to
Well, there's no point. Besides, I'm also doing this for my... Since you put it that way, I have... All right. The ruins are to the...
Okay, the three of us will hand... Let's ride!
Need a surfboard?
shattered! Ha! Let's light it up!
That's what I call treasure.
Mikado Idol. Subscribe to the channel. Meow meow.
So, I think
they seem to...
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Make my escape.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Ninjutsu!
Going in! Illusion shattered!
Why do they never miss? Adventure time! Let's light it up!
Watch it! The floor here isn't safe!
There is no escape!
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any help for you. Don't get my wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. That complicates things.
In that case...
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Off we go!
There's something wrong with this bridge! Run!
Demoiselle.
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you...
Maybe should...
Yes, it...
That's quite...
Oh. This...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall...
Do you remember...
We were headed...
Right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally... They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with...
Sometimes, force...
That's right.
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me.
That's right.
No, it's nothing. I've heard. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do?
Well, now...
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just...
Oh? All right then.
Look, it's Navia!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. What? And as for the judge... huh? Where's...
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand by...
Typically, it wouldn't...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have...
Enough with...
My dear Miss Navia, as all here know, you are Master Callus's successor. The head of the... After you took over this, not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone...
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, we are one big... Therefore,
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have...
Oh, well, if that's what you think, then...
How... I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady.
She was born of...
Her actions cannot serve... Please do not mis...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is... Even if everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much you all want...
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that is...
Demoiselle!
Silver, I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the...
Absurd! Who are you to... Don't let them escape...
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent...
What's with these people? Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss... No... Silence.
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such the court will adjourn.
Our thanks, monsieur.
Please leave with...
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you...
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like...
Did all this happen?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, you were just about to... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. Were it not for their intervention...
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened?
Perhaps those...
I always...
Please come with...
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am...
Why do you look... Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about.
I'm merely...
Huh?
Ah, Siege...
No way!
I see. Well then...
Oh,
Thank you.
He still doesn't know what to talk... So, Neuvillette...
Yes, of course. Yes, in fact. I had arranged to... Amid my astonishment, I ran...
Yeah!
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like... I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Yeah, let's light it up!
Let's ride! Check this out! Best of luck! Got a dash!
Shine down!
Come on out!
Excellent.
Let's light it up!
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
I'm going in!
Let's shred, Darby! It seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Yeah.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Ninjutsu! Make my escape. Gotta dash.
There is no escape!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Let's lock.
Oh, what kind of guy falls behind? Gotta dash. Let's ride. I almost dodged that. Yeah, faster.
Adventure time!
Need a surfboard? Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place? There should not be any other hidden...
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put...
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates.
The surrounding walls all...
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone left these
That would fit...
There's a...
And
is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The 4th image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the...
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her... More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
Don't blame yourself.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at the... This says that it's the history of the future. Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before...
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by...
Egeria, then. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies. As if...
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm...
But who would have created these slates and left these words?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Traveler, I will go. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna...
She has long been harboring
Alright.
I will be...
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house... Alright.
We're finally back!
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navi... Ooh, desserts! Paimon's already starting...
Oh, that voice. Is that him?
Huh?
It's... Seriously?
Still, we didn't expect to see you.
Well, why did you think... Well, I used to have my... There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at... Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast.
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer.
Whoa, that's a long one.
My name...
Thrice as great?
I know, right?
Talk about it.
Megistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to...
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontaine.
Well, I was born.
Oh, that's...
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way.
What I can tell you, I'm afraid that this is not so... But on the flip side...
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues. Huh? Are you sure?
Thanks, Mona.
Oh,
that's the great...
Indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive it...
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontanian friends will thank us someday. Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. Off we go. Let's ride! Need a surfboard?
You're here! Monsieur Durvalette and Lady...
Like I said, I've already explained everything!
And yet It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. Look at this. We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. And I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know, but you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates...
I don't!
I'll ask you, my deciphering of the slates in...
All gods don't have the same... I understand your concerns, but... I'm sorry. I just don't have...
Forgive me for saying this now, there are several... This is not strange. You have never been as superficial as you... You...
Well, since you know, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Udic. Just trust it. That's all I have to say. We do not... Oh!
Did Farina not notice us standing?
I assume you've been outside...
Oh! You noticed!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding. Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that we may have to...
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing...
But...
We will need to consider... If at all this may be cruel to her, but But who...
everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's present.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what family...
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No, I don't think I can.
Then, how about you?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, as for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh? How?
Well,
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were...
I'm afraid not, though that was their name. They did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and our line of...
You use some of those techniques while...
Yes.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as...
And I can be
with discretion.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that...
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
That makes sense. But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a...
I would like for it to be a...
Kind, as always. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put... But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god.
Oh, so that's...